Hey, friends, welcome back to a new episode of the Life of a Makeup Artist podcast. Now, I have been going to quite a few events lately, and it has been extremely touching that quite a few of you have been like, Hey, I listened to the podcast. I love the podcast. And I just want to say thank you because it means the world to me. Now, in today's episode, we are back with another installment of Wake Up Boo. 5 products that you are sleeping on. Now, I like to do these episodes ever so often. If you've never seen my content or you've never seen my work and you just listen to the podcast, okay, I get it. I get it. These are products that I've been using quite consistently, and I think ever so often, maybe every quarter, I kind of pop in with this episode because I know that a lot of you hold my recommendations to high esteem, which I appreciate. And I get quite a few DMs asking me about, like, should I buy this, should I buy that? So let's just get right into it. Okay, so I am actually a big fan of this brand, personally, because I think it's quite affordable and they just have really good products. Now, it is Juvia's Place. Now, Juvia's Place actually just came out with a cream bronzer. It's called Bronzed. And they're single shades. I'm really obsessed with their powder bronzer, and I highly recommend it to makeup artists and just anyone who likes beauty because you get 2 shades in one. Like, to me, that is one of the best selling points because at the end of the day, you, according to where you live, of course, but if you get lighter, if you get warmer in the summer, if you get a tan, you have a shade that's darker and a shade that is might match you perfectly. But the cream bronzers, I specifically like them because they're very buttery and creamy. Like, they're just so, like, they I'm wearing it today actually. So I don't, if you want to pop over and look at the visual episode, but I'm wearing it today. It blends really nice on the skin, and what makes it like my top choice today, well, actually all of them are my top choice, but my first to mention is that I think cream bronzers can be very difficult to use. Like, they're not as user friendly if someone is a beginner, but I do find that I do find that this is beginner friendly just because it blends so easily into the skin. It blends on top of foundation, underneath. Like, you can do a lot with this. So if you have not tried a cream bronzer yet, or if you're, in the market to try something new, I do think that Juvia's Place cream bronzer is that girl, and you can find it at Ulta Beauty. Okay. Next one is actually, I feel like I haven't mentioned this, but I've been using this for honestly almost a year now. These are the Got to Be brow gels. They're brow and edge gels. Now, when they first came out, they were not available in the US, but now you can get them on Amazon. And I would link all of these things for you guys, so don't worry about it. But when I tell you, I probably have bought at least 10 plus of these. I use them on my edges. Now, I'm a baby swoop type of girl. I just want something that's like, just small and cute. And that's what I've been doing to lay my edges because it actually is clear. So, the regular Got to Be, and if you're not familiar, Got to Be Glued is a product that you use for hair to lay your edges, to lay wigs. And I sometimes use that as a brow gel. A lot of people in beauty use the regular Glued as a brow gel. Now, this one, however, is a clear, it's like, it looks like a mascara wand. And I wish I brought it with me. I actually did not. But it looks like a mascara wand, and I'll put it up in the visual episode for you to see, and I'll link it below so you'll know what I'm talking about. But it looks like a regular mascara. It's clear, and I use it in my brows, and I also use it on my edges, and I have one in my kit as well because it really does hold your brows. Obviously, if you use too much, it is going to turn white, but it's not the probability of it turning white compared to the original Glued in the yellow packaging is definitely lower. It's definitely lower. So the next product is one that I'm quite excited about because you guys know, if you don't know, I was a MAC girly. I used to work for MAC Cosmetics, and I have probably used every single foundation, well, from my time, that MAC has ever made, and I miss quite a few of them. Like, Match Master was Bay, okay? And now they actually have a new foundation called Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. So it is a foundation and serum. It's meant to give your skin a boost of hydration. It has hyaluronic acid, and it has 48 shades. And I actually partner with them on this, and For me, obviously, like partnerships has to be organic, right? Like things that you actually like that you would use. And when I tell you, I have been using this religiously, I had to actually stop myself because I was using it for like 2.5 weeks straight. Like that's the only foundation I was using. And I was like, that foundation, Drew, I have plenty other foundations. We're gonna have to mix it up. We're gonna have to mix it up, okay? It actually looks really, really like it looks really dewy on the skin, but not dewy where if you're oily, you're going to be afraid of looking sweaty. You know what I mean? It's a good dew. And if you are worried about looking shiny, you obviously are going to spend a little bit more time on the skin prep, whether that is your setting sprays in the layering technique where you're using it before, during, and after, or if you're pairing it with a primer. That foundation is Bay. There's so many other foundations that I actually really like and really love in terms of like new releases. But for now, we'll stick with the MAC foundation because I actually really, really love the payoff of that. And I did a campaign for MAC recently. It's not going to be out until 2024, so I can't really say anything else. But I used it on set as well because I only use this foundation on myself. Obviously, like my kit is full at this point right now, so there's only certain things that I would add if it's like already comes in like a small package, like the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. But I didn't try it on anybody else but myself until the other day, and the skin was juicy, and I can't wait for you to see the campaign. But anyways, so next we actually have Kilian fragrances. Okay, so I don't think I've ever mentioned fragrances at all, but you know, sometimes you start using a brand or a certain type of product. Now I like a bunch of different fragrances, a bunch of different brands, but I realize that I'm a Kilian girly. I am a Kilian girly through and through. And I have consistently, since finding I feel like my signature scent with Kilian, which is Woman in Gold, I find quite a few other fragrances from them that I love. Flowers of Immortality. I also love the Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Now, this is one of the liqueurs, kind of like Angel Shea. If you're familiar with Kilian, the packaging is a little bit different, which is very, very odd because the scent is very masculine. And I actually pair it with my Lancome Idol, and it is the best combination. It's one of those combinations where when you walk outside, people are like, oh my God, what are you wearing? To the point where I'm just like, girl, you got to switch it up because not every time you go outside, you're going to be wearing this combination. So if you have not tried any Kilian fragrances, I would highly recommend it. I feel like it's very elevated, it's sexy. You can get all the types of scents that you're looking for. Like if you want something more fresh, if you want more of a gourmand, more oud, like whatever it is. The next and last product was actually one that I was not expecting. So I got a PR package and it was from Morphe, and they had something called Drip Glass. And I am a lip gloss girl. Like I love me some gloss. Okay, lip oil, lip gloss, just give it to me. Just give me all of it, right? And I love it actually on clients too. Like I love a glossy lip. But when I tried this product, I did not expect to fall in love with it this much. Now, Morphe has a lip gloss called Drip Glass, and the color payoff and the texture is actually like insanely beautiful. What I like about it is that you can get payoff. So let's say like you do like a smoky eye and you want just like a tint of a color but you don't want it to be lipstick. I feel like this is the perfect in between where you get that full coverage color but that's still a bit not as sheer as like a regular gloss. That's sort of just like a tint. You get more like more color out of it, which I love. Now if you have tried any of these products, don't forget to chime in the comments below, whether it is on Instagram, TikTok, or on YouTube, and let me know what you have been loving lately. I feel like I try so many things and I always like there's always something new that I love. So let me know and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye guys.